What is it, y'all? It is me, Candace at Beauty and All, and welcome back to my channel. And if you're new, welcome to YouTube. Today, I'm super excited to show y'all. I feel like I'm always super excited, right? But today, I'm excited to show y'all my creative space where I do 90% of my writing. I do some creative, just thinking in general at this space. And I do a lot of coloring, journaling, and just a few other things that I do at this space. So I really am being very intentional showing y'all this today. But I'm being very intentional showing y'all my space today just because this is something very important to me. I just thought I'll show this to y'all today, where I come up with my creative writing and things that I have in my space that keep everything functional for me and the things that I like. There are some improvements that I want to make to it, but for right now, it is very functional for how I have it. And I just really enjoy it a lot. And it's just a beautiful space that I like coming to. I'm going to show y'all my space, and if this gives y'all any inspiration or if you're interested in where I purchase certain items, please let me know in the comments. I know when I'm watching other people's videos, I give them a heads up, and it's with the consistent YouTubers that I watch that as I watch videos, I comment throughout. So I mean, that helps with engagement and then also helping with pushing for YouTube to push your videos out to the algorithm anyway. So if you're one of those folks that like to comment as you write, don't hold your comment to like waiting to the end. Just go ahead and put it in the comments. I honestly do not care because I do the same thing. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into the space. I'm gonna show y'all. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. All right, so here is just the functionality of my desk and the things that are there. But jumping right into it, let's start off with what's technically right in front of me. So I have this mechanical keyboard. It does light up, but it's not on right now. I turned the keyboard on and you can see I got some glue on here. But you can see the blue lights in the background. The lights do change, but this is a mechanical keyboard. I typically write with the other keyboard, but I like to switch things out all the time. And I switched to keycaps from the other keyboard because these tan keys were actually blue. But I'm not necessarily a fan of blue, so I went ahead and switched that out. All right, and then right underneath what I keep on this stand right here, and I eventually want to get like a 2-tiered one so that I can take all those books and potentially my tablet and put them in the shelving here so I can have a little bit more empty space there. But underneath, I do keep this here. Let me open this up so y'all can see. All right. So I normally, I'll take the tablet, but when my desk is clear, that's where I put it. And I'll sit that right in here, either horizontally or vertically. And then I'll use this cord here, just connect that to project on the screen. So I normally just keep that inside of here because I always don't need it because I also use this space for other things. And then next up under there is my coffee warmer. If I do need to use it, I just move this up and pull it out like that. Again, I'm doing this so that it's functional for me and what I got going on. And I'll just sit my coffee mug right there and turn it on. There's 3 modes to it. It's 170, 150, and then 130. I typically only use the 150 setting because that's hot enough. And then there's also a timer on here. I typically don't need the timer on because I'm drinking my coffee within 2 to 3 hours. So I'll just go ahead and turn it off whenever I'm ready to. And then when I am done with that, and it heats up kind of fast, I'll just swing this forward like that when it cools down and put it away, because I don't necessarily need it out all the time because I may have something cold to drink, like my coaster. And I'll sit that there like that for my coffee. Next up, we just have a pair of glasses. Sometimes I like to switch my glasses out. These are Ferragamo glasses. This is like a staple black pair that I always like to have to keep on deck. Just always like to have just like a plain black pair, but the turquoise ones, well, I call it seafoam, the color that I'm wearing right now. I typically wear those all the time traditionally. So here I just have a little miniature clock. Nothing special about that. I would like to get one where I can charge my phone and my AirPods. So for now, this is what I do have. It also is a timer, but I threw away the instructions, so I forgot how to use it. This here is an incense holder. I do like to burn incense, but I don't have any right now. And then I just have a couple crystals. I am a crystal girly. I love crystals. I thoroughly enjoy the structure of them, of how they look on their own. So I just keep those right there in that holder. And then I just over here, which I'm gonna bring the camera over, and then over here, this is one of my mugs that my mom gave me. It's very pretty. She has a lot of A mugs. Just keep a few more crystals right here, and then also keep some smell good on here, just because throughout the day I just like to smell good and apply some. And then all in all, this bottle is just, it's just cute anyway, so it just adds to the aesthetic of it, and it's just beautiful. So this is my view of what's in front of me, the items that I have. The only thing that I would normally add to this space is my vitamins and then my AirPods, but other than that, this is what I keep right in front of me. And then just have like a little desk mat. I would like one that's a little bit bigger. When I did the measurements wrong. And then of course I have my mouse. So this is what I typically keep in front of me. And then just backing up a little bit, this is my monitor. It is very beautiful. I love her. Oh my goodness. It came with 2 ways that you can hold the stand up. Actually, no, I actually purchased the swivel arm or whatever it's called. I purchased that separately. It came with a traditional stand, as a monitor does, and this monitor screen. But the whole monitor screen, it moves over. And I remember at the time when I had the video deciding where I was going to put like the sticky notes. So when I'm ready to redo the sticky notes, because I did take those down once I was able to establish the remaining of Project Hackathon, I'm going to put maybe like a poster board with the sticky notes once I need to start editing draft 2, because then this monitor here will be able to cover that up. And something pretty awesome about this monitor screen too is that it can turn horizontally. So if I choose to get, you know, another monitor, it's a little crooked right now. If I choose to get another monitor, I can potentially like maybe put it on the side there or something or whatever, I don't know. But this just gives me the opportunity to change the screen however I want to and if I need to. So I think that's pretty awesome. I typically don't turn it, but the option is there available. And if it's like, you know, sometimes I want to just like sit back and watch something on my laptop, on my screen, and I just want to sit back and relax or whatever, I can go ahead and do that on this monitor. What we have to the left of that is my salt lamp. I got this from the brand Lavoti. A lot of y'all, if you all have air purifiers, they do not sell this anymore, so I'm glad I got it. This is probably like the best salt lamp that I've ever had. And you can tell when it's a real salt lamp because it starts to melt and crystallize at the bottom. You can see that there if your salt lamp does that. But anyhow, more on the side here, I just have a stand where I keep my tablet, which I treat it as my main computer to do all of my work and everything like that. And then in this front slot here, I normally keep my phone that I'm recording on right now. I keep that in that slot there. You have a couple notebooks that are over here. One is for Project Hackathon. The other is for studying, learning, sticky notes, my journaling, my quiet time devotional, my I'm grateful notebook that I write in, and then I have a journal. Well, not a journal, it's a planner. I'm not very what's that word, committed to it just yet, because I'm trying to be more organized and intentional with everything that I do. If you don't know, I love the color purple, so I have a couple of purple pens in there, and I keep one blue highlighter in there along with my whiteout and some lip gloss. Always got to keep those lips hydrated. And then just a little simple phone stand that I have here. Got some bamboo plants, and this pot was actually from my sister's weddings, and it's very beautiful, so I went ahead and put a pothos plant in there. I have this rock that when Kendall and we love Smoky Mountains, Tennessee, and I was able to bring back some rocks that we found. It's actually pretty dirty. This rock, if you can see, it's really supposed to be like a clear fluorescent white, but there's still some dirt on it. I don't know what's my fascination with the rocks and stones, but I just enjoy the pureness of them, how they look. Not all rocks, but this one is definitely something that's very beautiful. I'll probably insert a picture right here so y'all can see what exactly the rock looks like when there's not any dirt on it, and you're gonna think it's very pretty too. So I keep a few books there, Crystals for Beginner, Moon Magic, and then just like some daily rituals of affirmations that you can do every day. Just the bamboo. Got this mirror right here that I normally use for a bunch of different things, either like when I'm filming or I'm sitting on the floor filming a chatty vlog with y'all. I will sit this behind the camera to make sure that it's recording. Just use it for different things, but it's very pretty. I actually got it from Dollar General probably about 15 years ago. It's a very beautiful mirror, but anywho. And then the last thing that's on my desk is this pot right here. This was a gift from my previous employer. It came as like a balloon holder, but I thought it was really pretty to put this plant in here, this succulent plant. My brother actually got this for me a few years ago, and it just wasn't growing. But then when I put it inside of this and I do water it frequently now, it just starts to grow. I just think it's so cute because it looks like it looks like hair from this. So I just think it's a really pretty pot. Just looking up, this is what is before me. We have this leaf yarn ordeal. I don't know what it's called, but it is just the most prettiest thing ever. I guess you can call it a decorated macrame. I don't know. Don't quote me on it, y'all, but this is a stand-up desk, and whenever I need to raise the desk, I always move the mirror. I normally just put the mirror on the floor, and it's already set to the setting that I want it on. And it works for me for whatever I'm using it for. The plants, they're fine as they're moving to go up. I don't necessarily have like the best functioning for cable management. I think I need to get another more, not I think, but it's not okay that it's just hanging like that. So I need to get another one. So let me go ahead and put this back down. And to the left of my desk, I have like my bookshelf and a few plants that I have. So I do have some more bamboos that are up here. As you can tell, I really like bamboo plants. Here's another pothos plant, which I eventually want to hang from the ceiling because it is getting long. I have a diffuser, and then my newest addition, which is this prayer plant. It's in a Calathea family. And then this is another bamboo that I'm just keeping in water. I actually neglected this one. So this is what happens when you neglect plants, is that they die, but I was able to cut the stems off and save it for there. Well, I have a shell here for some Palo Santo that I do burn. Keep some hand lotion nearby. And then also some water to mist the plants, because all of these plants, except for the bamboo, the pothos and the calathea, those are moisture loving plants. So I'll just go ahead and mist these, and they could take a little misting today. Just be careful not to get on the plugs or anything like that. So typically when I've been recording, this is what I am actually sitting in front of. So this is my first ever original camera my sister got for me. And I have 2 vintage cameras in the back, film cameras. Let me move you out the way for a minute. There are 2 Pentax cameras. One of them, this one is actually my husband's grandfather's camera. This is the first film camera that I've ever used, and majority of the lenses that I do have are currently the ones that belong to his grandfather. I did upload 2 videos on YouTube of me using the camera. The only thing is that with film cameras, you got to keep buying the film, which is, you know, the nostalgic piece of it, but I really do enjoy it a lot. And then this camera, I was able to find this one online. The other keyboard that I have here, that is this one that I normally and typically like writing with. Just the keys feel a lot better. The keys feel more milky, whereas the other keyboard is more tacky. But that's why I like this one a lot. And these are the blue keys that I told y'all about that I wasn't really fond of. All right. Moving on here, these are the lineups of books that I would like to read next on my TBR. That's the word y'all like to use. I just have this rock from the Smoky Mountains to hold the books up, and then I have birthday cards here that are my bookmarks that I'm going to use when reading the books. The most exciting book that over here that I would like to read, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, is Her Soul to Take. I'm just like really excited to read this one. I've had this book for maybe about 1.5 years now, and I just haven't gotten it to it yet. But this Spell Shop book, I just believe this one is just gonna be so magical to read that I'm pretty excited. But this one here, really excited to read. And I would say this book, If He Had Been With Me, this book is so, not like makes me depressed, but it's so sad that I'm struggling to read it. So I may never read it, I don't know, but we'll see. Down below here, I have my herbalist studies, which I'm going to get back into. Just need to incorporate that into my living and everything that I'm doing right now. So I have a lot of my studies here and just like an encyclopedia, and then like remedies and things like that, because I actively use that. Actually, this right here, this is, I can get it out. So this is my first ever book of when I started writing stories in elementary school. I'm never gonna get rid of this. But yeah, this is my first ever book that I used to do writing in. I just call it my RPG book because that's like the format that I was writing stories in. Down here is a Bible, which I have not opened in quite a bit, and a journal, and then this is also a study guide to the Bible. My mom got me this Life is Beautiful a long time ago, probably like 10 years ago, so I still have that. And then down here, I have a Palo Santo in there. So this is my singing bowl, and if any of you know about singing bowls, they are very powerful in aligning frequencies and also to help meditate. I have this Crown Royal bag. I'm gonna need it for something, I don't know, but you pay all that money for Crown Royal, so you may as well keep the bag. I have some coloring book down here. It's called The Secret Garden. I started coloring in here. This book is like really old. I got it from Barnes and Nobles probably like 10 years ago. I don't know, but a long time ago. Then we have some African myths and legends. Been looking at this a lot frequently because of Project Hecatomb and the book that I'm writing. And also for like some chill and downtime. I do like to do Sudoku puzzles. So this is a mandala pattern. My favorite patterns of things is mandala. So I just have some Sudoku patterns here that I like to work on. I haven't worked in this one in quite a while, but I have it ready available if I need to. And then all the way in the back is a bunch of coloring pens. These are the coloring pens that I do have. They're gel pens, and it's quite a lot. I have more coloring pens. They're just over and the other side of the room right now, just because it was on my desk and I just didn't put them away yet. Oh, and something else that I always keep with me is a blanket, because your girl be cold a lot. So, all right, y'all, so that is it for my desk tour for today. I'm sure over time I'm gonna have some updates, but I just really enjoy my space. Like, this is me, and this is so it of the things that I really love and enjoy, and what gives me the creativity and the drive to continue. But if there's anything that really helps you out in your space to bring your creativity to life and just to feel comfortable in your own space, let me know in the comments, because I'm really interested in that. I find it very interesting how we all have our different niches of things that we like that really help us to keep going. Like, there's some people that just can't have anything at all in their space, where there's some people that enjoy an immense amount of, they have a lot of different items that help them in their space to keep going every day. I thought that I was that person that wanted to have nothing on my desk, but then I realized that wasn't me. So I started bringing different items, whether it was my crystals, my salt lamp, just having books out that are accessible, my pens, just something simple like that. Just really helps me in my own space for me to keep going for the things that I like to do. So I just want to thank y'all so much for watching this video all the way through to the end. I really appreciate it. This really helps me a lot to continue to grow this channel as a new YouTuber, as a writer who is fulfilling their passion and their dream to becoming an aspiring author. So if there's anything that really helps out your space, let me know what that is in the comments. I'm very interested, honestly very interested to know what really helps you in your space for you to keep going and showing up for yourself every day. But don't forget to like this video and also subscribe to my channel if you're interested in seeing more content from me based on my writing and just my creativity and my niches that I have, that I am showcasing to you all to share with you, because this is my space and this is, where people come to show up and be vulnerable. So if this is something that you're interested in and you'd like to see more of it, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, okay? So I will see y'all next time. I'm excited. Took a week off. I'm ready to see y'all back again every week, sharing updates on Project Hecatoon. I'm pretty sure my next video I'm going to film with y'all, I'm most likely going to be announcing that I finished draft 1. I'm pretty confident. And I think I might cry. So whatever time y'all are watching this, make sure y'all have a good day, because I know that I'm going to continue having a good day. And I'm about to go edit this video. All right, bye y'all.